I just took it around the block. I smoked out my entire block. I'm sure my neighbors are gonna hate me right now, at least for a couple of days. Welcome back to another episode of our Premiere, guys. If you are new to the channel, we've been working on my 2008 Mazda-3 that has 142,000 miles, and I picked it up for $1,200. The reason I got it so cheap was because in the first episode we discovered that it definitely needs a TCM and it needed the windshield replaced. It also had some paint damage, so in the second episode we went and got a new TCM from the junkyard for $52, and it actually worked. In the third episode, we ended up going to get the windshield replaced, fixing the paint blemishes along with the headlights. And then in the fourth episode, we cleaned the extremely gross interior and finally got rid of the disgusting scent that's inside it. And now in this episode, finally, we're going to try to wrap the whole thing up. So my goal for today is to wash and buff everything to match the really nice clear coat that I was able to achieve in the back of this roof. So my goal is to get a nice shine like this, if not better. Now it is sprinkling out, and I don't know if you can see like the tiny little water droplets there. So this is pretty much the perfect weather for me to basically wash, maybe wet sand the hood and buff. I might need a wet sand because I oversprayed from the clear coat on the headlights. So I might need to wet sand the hood. I noticed there's a little bit of grit to it now, and it's definitely because I did not cover the whole hood like a silly fool, and definitely overspray got on it. I'm not sure what grit to use on that. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of research. Also, before I do any of that, I first want to go get some seafoam and do my normal seafoam trick. Third into the intake, third into the oil, third into the gas, because this thing was having a problem passing the evap module. And usually when I do the 3, it tends to clean it up and work pretty well. Plus, when I smelled the oil, it smelled very gassy. So I'm assuming the oil's been pretty old, and probably just cleaning it up and changing it will help the evap alone. So we're gonna do the seafoam first, but before I do any of that, the first thing I need to do is run to Walmart, grab some seafoam, try to grab the oil and filter there, and I'm gonna try to find a cabin filter there as well, hopefully to finally eliminate all of that smell completely. So that's the goal for right now, is to head to Walmart and get all the supplies. Let's get at it. All right, guys, we are back from Walmart, and the first thing I want to do is I actually want to run the seafoam in the car. So before I do any of that, I first need to put the battery back in the car, get it started up, because I had it unplugged for the airbags in the seats. So I had to hook that back up, get it running, and then set it up to pull the seafoam out of the brake reservoir line that goes into the intake. So that's the goal. Let's get at it. All right guys, I strapped down the battery, plugged it in, did the seafoam. I just took it around the block. I smoked out my entire block. I'm sure my neighbors are gonna hate me right now, at least for a couple of days. That's okay. It is running a lot better, a lot smoother. And now what I would like to do is wash the entire car, remove that tape, basically just clean everything off, and then I'm going to see what parts of the car I need to wet sand and buff. I'm definitely going to be buffing the hood. I'll probably end up buffing the whole car, but I just need to see where I'm going to wet sand. So that's the goal. Let's get at it. All right guys, I have washed the whole car, washed the rims, washed the plastics, washed the mats. I think I might actually keep those mats for my own car and go get the normal ones I do. We'll see what happens. But I mentioned to you that I might have to wet sand down the hood. After a good wash, I realized that there's not that much that's sticking anymore. It's still slightly gritty, but I honestly think a good rubbing compound is gonna take most of it off. If there's a few little parts, it is what it is. I'm not gonna waste time possibly creating more damage than any good out of it. So I'm gonna leave it how it is. Up here, I still don't know if I should do the same thing. I mean, there's definitely layers. This is all gonna buff back nice, but I'm not sure if you're gonna see this layer here. I think you can see it in the camera. There's like a line right there. So I'm not sure if you're gonna see that. You can definitely see some of how it blends out, which that I think is gonna be okay buffing in. Someone in the comments is probably gonna know how to buff and tell me that I'm doing this wrong, but that's what I'm gonna take a shot at. This cleaned up nice, but definitely could use a buff as well. I think the whole thing is just gonna get buffed. I'm gonna try to do it as fast as possible. It's starting to get late out. I think I got about an hour and a half left before this has to be done. Before I do any of that, for some reason on this side of the car, there's all these little black spots. And it looks like on another car, on the Dodge Durango, I saw this as well. But it was like them trying to clean up or black out all the trim, and they would just get it everywhere. The way I got it off last time, and I'm gonna try this time, was with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a rag. It might work. If not, then I'll probably wet sand that a little bit with some 3000 grit just to get it off. And then I'm going to buff the entire car and kind of see where it's at. So that's the goal. Let's get at it. All right guys, it is 8:47 at night. I'm trying to be quiet, trying to whisper. Doesn't really matter. I am about to wash the car. I'm gonna try to get this done quick and efficiently because I want to not be working after 9 and drive all of my neighbors nuts. So that is the goal. Let's get at it. All right, guys, it is the next morning. I think I worked till almost like 9:30 or 10 last night. It got really late, but the hood and the trunk and the roof came out great. We can finally see some reflection in it. Definitely not as good as I thought it was last night. It was definitely showing a better reflection when it was still wet, but that's all right. Still looks a heck of a lot better than it did. And at least I feel good about it feeling semi-protected instead of gritty and absorbing crud into the paint. Roof came out pretty good. This blend did not. Kind of bummed. I feel like I drew more attention to the roof than just leaving it. In fact, if there's any paint guys out there, let me know, like, what should I have sanded this down with for the blend? I don't know how aggressive to go before I burn through this layer of paint. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have some paint guys that are usually in the comments. If you could let me know, what was I supposed to use here to make it look better? Of course, there's still some specks left from the polish. I tried to clean it up last night. It was so hard to see. I honestly thought it looked way better than this, if I'm being completely open. I ended up polishing this out, came out pretty nice. The trunk looks a heck of a lot better. Again, some reflection, not much, but just better than that satin look it had. Same with this pillar, looks a little better. So overall, I'm content. As far as I'm concerned, the paint is done on the car. I don't know if I'm gonna paint the black plastics. They looked pretty good when I cleaned them up yesterday, so we're gonna see if they need paint. I still have to wipe them down. I ended up spewing polish all over them, so I might have to really clean them up if I'm gonna paint them. But overall, guys, I'm pretty content. I think the car is almost wrapped up. Next episode, what I would like to do is I actually want to do the oil change on this, because I just wasn't able to fit it into this episode. And I think I'm going to check out the alignment as well from the back, and it's hard to view from now because I had to move the Mustang, but from the back it looks a little squatted out, like the camber's real hard, like I'm doing it intentionally. Also, I'm feeling some reverb in the steering wheel when I'm going down, like out here they kind of do like cement blocks for the road, kind of like one big chunk of cement, another big chunk of cement, and when I go to where it's kind of old and it hasn't been updated, you get that little bounce that normal wheels just absorb. But I'm feeling some reverb in the car when I'm going around those turns, so I'm thinking I might have a blown shock somewhere that I would like to replace. Also, when turning to the right, it'll turn a lot easier. Like if I yanked it, I could probably roll the car compared to turning left. So I definitely want to check out the alignment on this front left wheel. And I'm thinking that this might actually be the one that has a blown shock or strut, whichever. But overall, from what it was, I mean, just remember how ugly the tops of this car was, the headlights that were shot, the paint that was destroyed. I am learning that I think next time I will just do the entire roof of the car with clear coat. It was silly to try to do half of it. I should have just done the whole thing. I also found some new little pieces that are kind of burned through, which I don't know if you guys can even see, but right here and a little bit over here, they're not as bad as it was back there, but they're like just on the precipice of it. So I will definitely have to negotiate with the new owners on that. But I don't think I ever mentioned this. It looks to be that the front and rear bumper have either been replaced or at least resprayed, because they're just slightly darker toned than the rest of the car. But I don't even know if you can pick it up in the camera, how different it is. Like right here, it's slightly more green than a gray, but with the buff, it totally makes it a lot less noticeable, especially in reflections. So I'm a little more content with that. The rims came out awesome. I can't believe how well they cleaned up. So yeah, I think I kind of learned that next time I will just clear coat all the tops of everything instead of trying to buff it, because the clear coat here looks way better. And now that I found a company that actually supplies it fairly cheap, it was like $23 for that can. Last time it was $35 a can when I went to a different paint company. So I will definitely be going back there and probably just buying 4 or 5 to have around the house. But yeah, I should have just done the whole thing, because this compared to this is such a different job. I like this. This looks so dang good. I really keep patting myself on the back about this. It came out so nice. I'm really impressed with myself. Yeah, everything just looks tidied up and great, guys. I'm really happy with it. The car overall, for what I'm feeling, is pretty much done. So yeah, guys, with all that said, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll catch you again on Sunday. Later, guys.